The seagrass is a really important marine ecosystem. More than 90% of dugong and turtles' diet is seagrass. It provides nursery grounds for fish and crustaceans. It stabilises the shoreline through trapping sediments and through the establishment of root systems. It's also an important carbon store.
I've been studying seagrasses for probably over 20 years. I like the fact that seagrasses are just such an incredible habitat and provide so many different, what they call ecosystem services. They do all these amazing things and are sometimes overlooked. I'm always one for sort of looking at the underdog. There's still areas that haven't recovered from flood and storm events, so that's the areas that we're concentrating on to enhance their resilience and their recovery.
The SeaGrow project with Central Queensland University and the Gidarjil Development Corporation is the first time that we've scaled seagrass restoration to a meadow scale in this region. If we're able to demonstrate that seagrass meadows can be restored using seed-based techniques, it can be scaled and replicated to other regions. There's interest from traditional owner groups across the Great Barrier Reef catchments in undertaking restoration of their sea country. So the goal for this project and for others is to have traditional owners managing and leading the project on the ground.
So working with seagrass and restoring these meadows, we're trying to mimic what is actually happening out there on the meadows itself. We do know that birds play a big role. The dugongs, the turtles, in the water itself, the sun itself, that's their nutrients coming in. So we're trying to come up with things that what we could use naturally. That's where the cultural side of things would come into play.
So here we're on Pelican Banks, which is a large seagrass meadow in Gladstone Harbour. So today we've had 30 people from like the Coles supermarket chain and Great Barrier Reef Foundation here with my team from CMERC, and we've collected, it looks like about sort of like 10 to 15 litres of flowers, which is going to provide a lot of seeds for restoration. Naturally those flowers are dropping out and just see the areas that they're in, which means that then if you have areas that are being degraded, there's not as many seeds to go back into those areas. So we're taking it from the healthier areas and putting them into those areas that are starting to degrade.
It was fantastic to be able to involve our Queensland team members in the Seagrass event. It was really tangible for them to get involved, and we're fortunate that we have so many passionate people within Coles who really want to play a part in supporting our sustainability ambitions.
To see what we're doing outside, over and above, and the amount of investment we're putting into that partnership, I think that's awesome. Just makes me really excited to see what effects we actually have today for the years to come. Never been here before. It's a beautiful place, beautiful part of the world, so I'm very lucky to be here.
It's a really exciting time because we've got the new funding from Great Barrier Reef Foundation and Coles to actually build a large-scale seagrass nursery. And with that nursery, we're hoping to go from our current system, which can produce about 300,000 seeds, to near on 2 million seeds in a season.
For the future, I'm hoping to see that I'll have more female rangers with me and teaching them how to maintain and take care of the seagrass. So not only being out there on the meadows, but also being in the nursery, we can offer those services and show them the way of putting country back to the way it was.
There's a need for additional restoration projects across the Great Barrier Reef catchments. This is one of the first techniques that has been able to demonstrate successful restoration, and the vision is that we will scale this to other areas across the Great Barrier Reef catchments.